If I have an existing page that's already ranking for a different specific location, but other businesses have dedicated pages, should I create that page? And if I do create that content, or if I add that location to a page, where do I add it? So this is a 4-step process that'll take you from beginning until end on how to identify where you're targeting, best locations to target, which places do I actually put it? Do I put up a page? Do I just add it? And then if you're going to do this, how do you actually do it? Let's not waste any more time. I'll share the very first thing that I want to showcase to you or walk you through is how I like to identify a target area. Now, oftentimes I will talk to a business owner and I will ask the business owner, hey, how far are you willing to drive to do services in? So let's go ahead and use an example here. The example that we're going to target, San Jose. Now, when you take a look inside of Google Maps, google.com/maps, what you'll do is you'll come inside, and for this example, we'll use San Jose. When I take a look at San Jose, do you see this red dotted outline? This is Google signifying and outlining for us that this is San Jose. Now, I want to point out a few things. See these bolded areas, secondary locations that can potentially have traffic that are in San Jose. Sometimes some of them might be outside. You see this, like it looks like it's outside, but it's actually here. These are other areas that we either need to create we can add this. Let's just take a look at Evergreen, California, to our San Jose page. You see, we identify our location. Here's who we are, here's what we do, and here's where we do it. Optimization in a nutshell. We're in San Jose. The example I'll use is truck accident lawyer. We can see that these areas are other areas in San Jose. When we zoom in, we can get even smaller neighborhoods, but I like the first zoom. San Jose and Evergreen. But back to what I was mentioning before, I talk to business owners and they say, hey, I'm willing to drive 15 miles, 20 miles. But identifying the area that you provide services in, number one, is we need to look at Google's identifier. And then I like to utilize a tool called Calc Maps. There's many tools like this to line and identify a certain radius. So all we have to do is we'll take our location of our business. We'll go here and point out, let's say you want to drive 20 miles, search it, and then look at the map. Are you willing to drive 20 miles? Let's just search San Jose. Are you willing to drive 20 miles? Are you sure you want to drive 20 miles? Like when you come inside of here and we look at, here we'll draw a circle. Here we'll do it this way. Let's say this is 20 plus miles. Here, look at our radius, 29 miles. That's 30 miles. I talk to business owners all the time. Don't fall into this trap. You think you're going to target a huge area? Double check using Calc Maps. You can utilize this to draw a map, or sometimes when it's working, the pointer always works. So you can either do a circumference or an area. Double check and make sure that you and or your helpers, your workers, your employees are willing to drive this. And that's the very first step, identifying what area does Google think that we're in and which areas are we actually willing to drive. Identify the area first. Optimize your pages for areas, more areas to generate more calls. You see number 2 and number 3 on this list, how to target areas that don't compete with one another, and how to target more areas by doing less SEO. They work together, and how they work together is exactly like this. Here's how you do your homework. What you want to do is you want to put in your primary key term. Now, for this particular example, we're going to look up truck accident lawyer in San Jose being our target market and our targets. Now, when you search for truck accident lawyer in San Jose, or for instance, if you're sitting in San Jose, you won't type San Jose, you'll look at your search results. Now, we can see here, truck accident lawyer, we can see the page, Habasys and Associate, right? We could see the page, and this is for educational purposes only. I do not own these sites for education. When we go down this list here, Habas, we can see the page that they're providing here, personal injury. We scroll past the pack, top map pack. We go to Needham, right? We can see the page that they're providing. We want to look at the identifiable market. We want to look at the area that we're willing to target, and we want to look at the area that Google primary area. What I mean by this is like we just looked up, San Jose. San Jose is the main, that's our target San Jose. But there's a lot of towns and neighborhoods that make up San Jose. A lot of people there. We want to be able to help and service them all. We identify another area that's within our target market, potentially and hopefully has, but for this example, we're going to use, and what we want to do is we identify our primary, San Jose, we look at our results, and then we look up the other area, accident, Evergreen. And we want to know, Google's showing different results. Google is showing different pages, different results, different players. Signifies to us as business owners that we need to create a separate page. Google is showing the exact, then that means within our primary page, our San Jose truck accident lawyer San Jose page, talk about Evergreen Evergreen truck being a service area that we provide our service in our San Jose page. So we look at our San Jose. We can see here, not this one. We come right over here and we look down the list. Swanson, we take a look at the page in the left-hand corner, showcases the page. All right, that shows the page. Needham, Golden, Hobbs, same page. CL, this is number 10 on the list. Yelp wasn't in the last one. This is a new player. Preston's a new player. Golden Attorney shows up in our last list. Morgan, I didn't. Here's Nordean. That's on our first list. A lot of this from the last in this SERP. Point this out. In our San Jose page, talk about Evergreen, California. And if we have an authoritative enough, we will be able to target both. I do see a mixed result here. I am seeing some pages that are heavily optimized Evergreen, California. So with that being said, I want to go outside of my 1, 2, 3, 4. And I want to showcase to you strategy utilizing a way to look and see. I'm seeing a mixed result. I think I know for a fact I could create a San Jose page and talk about Evergreen because Google's showing me 60% of the same result. But let's say, for instance, that we're seeing a mixed result just like this. What do we do? Well, what you want to do is you want to go to a page that is heavily optimized for the secondary term. Scrolling down our page here, and we can see this one here. This is Riverside. I want Evergreen. I thought I saw one that said Evergreen. Just an example. I don't want to go through. I want to find one that's optimized for Evergreen. I doubt ones down at the bottom are going to say it. I keep seeing Riverside. Is Riverside located inside of San Jose? For some odd reason, no, it is not. No, it is not. It is outside of it. So I'm mistaken here. For some reason, I saw Evergreen. Maybe I'm losing it. Best Evergreen. Maybe I just saw one or two. Say, for instance, that I have a mixed, to not digress. All we want to do then is we want it that are hyper optimized in the same SERP. 99.9% sure we can create a San Jose truck accident page and target Evergreen. But let's just take a random one just to show you the strategy. I know they're not the same. I know it's not Evergreen. Just want to show you this. All you will simply do is if you have access to a third party, what you want to do is you want to take the other identifiable website. You want to take it into a tool and look at their actual traffic. If you are noticing a considerable amount of traffic, in this particular example, San Jose page, and we're looking at Evergreen, California for truck accidents. If I'm seeing a mixed result, you take the site that's hyper optimized for Evergreen, or in this case, Riverside, whatever the case is, you put it into a tool and you see page actually getting traffic by having a singled out page. See, unlike this one, this page is getting no traffic. This page is ranking for no keyword. I see an outlier and I want to know, is it a good idea? Go and look at who's before you. Are they getting traffic? Is it a good idea? Should I do this? And this is how you do that. Throw it into a third-party tool, Ahrefs, SEMrush, Moz, Majestic, whichever tool. Take a look at their actual page. See if it's a good idea for you. I want to showcase to you number 4 here. All right, that was a side tip. I'll trim it down in the edit. But number 4, how to add pages for best SEO. 2 ways that I want to showcase. You either are going to add another area page, top of your main location, right? If we take a look at our example and we start looking at Evergreen and our San Jose, if we were going to add another page, how would we add that? And if we were going to add it to the existing page, how would we add that? Well, I actually created a small example here. Scroll down here a little tiny bit. Let's say, for instance, that this is your website. So you have your main web. Top of that, you also are going to have a pillar page, a main entity page. For this example, we're using the main entity as Truck Accident Lawyer, just like we did for San Jose just moments ago. So we have Truck Accident Lawyer being the main entity of page. This is a broad match pillar page, establishing page to identify our website.com is who we are. / this is what we do. Within the this is what we do page, Truck Accident Lawyer, we will internally link to our location pages. How I wrote it out was Accident Lawyer Houston. To go one step, one level, I wanted to outline the actual page structure. How I've done this here is just like this. You have your main head of the page. Up here, probably a logo here, and then you would list out, there would be accident lawyer, maybe car accident lawyer, train accident lawyer, and then you'd have probably a contact. Then inside of your page, you have your title tag, your H1 form, right? Some body content, and H2 and H3, however you want to do it. It could be images. It could just be text key terms in it. Truck Accident Lawyer Houston, Truck Accident Lawyer Austin, Truck Accident Lawyer San Jose, Truck Accident Lawyer. We're looking to be on the top level page and internally link to our location pages. Power trickles down. Not only that, we're going to interlink back, but how I wanted to outline this to you is, well, how do I add this to my Well, you add it just like this. You have your truck page. In the truck page, I internally link to my location page. In my location pages, to go back to our examples, if I am creating a page and we want to add evergreen to our San Jose page, how do I add those terms to the page so I can do less, target more areas? Inside the body copy, talk about, or on top of that, you can make a grid or an internal linking block or a sidebar that will say other areas we service. Truck, accident, lawyer, evergreen, accident, lawyer, riverside, whatever you want. As long as we can internally link from our top level page, and as long as we can link from our other secondary location pages, our other location pages to all of the areas we service that are in the same state, you're on the right track. So this is the step 1, step 3, step 4, and a side tip on how you can get more doing less SEO. We're identifying our primary areas. We're identifying what Google thinks that area is. We're identifying where we actually provide our services. We're identifying our services we provide. And then we're looking in those areas that Google showed us. And we're looking for other areas that don't compete with the main one. Our example, the main service was San Jose, a secondary service or a secondary location, evergreens inside of San Jose. Different or the same result. Same pages. That means I can talk about evergreen within the San Jose page. I don't have to create more pages. All I have to do is add evergreen to the San Jose page, doing less work, but getting more calls. With that being said, that wraps up my 4+1 extra tip. My name is chrispalmer.org, the SEO mastermind, soon to be gray hat SEO. If you have any questions related to this strategy or any others, please feel free to go ahead and ask below, and I see you in the next How to Get More Local SEO Calls video. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.